What's up, guys? Out here on the homestead again. We got a trailer on the way. Maybe tomorrow morning is what we're hoping for. So we still got a lot to do. Got a couple trees that we got to take down. It's here on the road. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See this? Yeah, what that tree is. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Got this tree right here. It's about 12 inches crossed outside. And then we've got this walnut right here, which really sucks. It's not a real good walnut, so I'm not really too terribly concerned about it. It's got a hole at the bottom of it, so I know there's some rot in here. It's also got no fence in it, which I don't like at all, but I got to deal with it. We'll go up here and take a look back down and see if that gives us the width that we need. And I'm sure it is. We're 101 foot from bumper to bumper with the trailer and the piece of equipment. Roughly about 14, 16 foot high. 16 at the center, maybe 14 at the sides, the eaves. So we wanted to make sure we had all the limbs out of the way. First big obstacle is we got to make sure we're not too far over here, because this is a big washout. I'd rather go personal with her and discuss it. If she doesn't want me to take it down, then I'll do my best to work around it where we don't have to. But if we have to, we have to. It's right in her. It's across the road. It's on this side of the road over here. It's across from her house. Her house sits over here in the road. The tree is on this side, but it's real close to the road. It's got some branches that come right out. It's going to catch my eave and quite a ways into the side of the building. Something has to be done with it. And I know she won't mind, but it's just, there again, it's the same thing. It's respect. This lady is actually, this is her original homestead in this holler here. She grew up here. She's lived here, I think she said since she was 2 years old. And so she spent all of her life here. She's, I'm not sure what, she told me how old she was. And I'm hoping that I can get an interview with her just to discuss what this consisted of in the past. Super knowledgeable lady, just a great spirited person. So we're gonna go down. We're not gonna put her on camera today, but we're gonna go down and see if we can talk to her and see what she says. See if she's home from church yet. Talked to Janet, Miss Janet up the road here. She said everything's good. Don't take the tree down unless you have to. Trim it out. Do whatever you got to do to get it trimmed out. But if you have to take it down, obviously. So we're going to try and minimize the damage that we have to do to it in order to take it down, or to be able to get through there. So that's done. So we're switching gears. We got a ditch out here that has water, a little bit of water standing in it. It doesn't flow very good. We had rain the other day, so it's sitting full of water. We're going to go down, and I got Nathan down there and Kayla down there with shovels. They're trying to get it cleaned out to where the water will actually flow in it, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down there, and we got to fill this ditch in. So it means hopefully there's no more rain within the next few days. We can get the water that's in the bottom of it out, get the skid steer, walk some dry dirt into it, compact it in real good, make a good base so that he can back that trailer across that ditch. It's not a very big ditch. It's only about 2 foot wide, but it's about also 2 foot deep. A foot on the roadside, I guess. It's only a foot deep on the roadside, but a foot on the uphill side as well. So we're gonna get that cleaned out, and if we can get that packed in there today, everything will be ready for the trailer tomorrow. So hopefully that will occur. Let's get started. Alright, so here's what we got. We've got this ditch along here. It's never been, I don't know, maybe it was back in the day. It starts up there by the mailbox in front of the house and runs all the way down through here. And then I've got a culvert right here to put me a roadway in right here. This thing sits full of water. It's constantly full of water. We've scooped all the water out, all the mud out, the muck and all that kind of stuff. And then we're gonna go back in. We're gonna move all that mud and muck that we dug out of it, put it up on the back side of the hill right over here. And then we've got this fresh dirt over here that's pretty dry. And we're gonna put it in here, and we're gonna walk it in and pack it in and pack and pack and pack and create just a mild slope up to this portion over here. So we track this back in with dirt. We'll pack it in real good and essentially shut off this ditch for the time being until he can get this trailer back in here. What his thoughts are is he's going to pull up here beyond this post, where this fence post right up here, and then he's going to back in. And with that jade, he should be able to make that turn. And you can see here, I just dug this ditch out, so there's some groundwater coming into it still. Actually, fill this whole ditch in all the way up, and then I'll get a little mini excavator and come down through here and just cut a slight ditch in with fall, because right now it's kind of sits level from this elevation to that elevation. It's pretty level, so there's no real grade for the water to go anywhere. And then it's a big fall when it gets on the other side of this culvert over here. Drops down into quite a large hole. Got Nathan on this, on the skid steer, moving this muddy muck dirt out of the way. Amber and Preston have gone to the pumpkin patch today. We were hoping that we were going to be able to go do a family day and spend time doing that, but that didn't pan out for us. But when I came out here this morning and this ditch was sitting full of water again, we've got the trailer on the way tomorrow, so really don't have much choice but to get this done and go from there. All right, so here's what's happening. You know, we've cleaned all the mud and muck and everything out of this area over here, and we're digging basically a retention ditch out back here because there's groundwater coming out of the hillside. And I think I found where it's coming from. I don't think it's coming out of the hillside. I think it's coming from underneath the road. This other creek over here has silted in, and it's at the same elevation of what we have over there. So I think it's just silting in under the road. So what we're doing is building a little retention pond back here in the ditch to bring this water from where we need right here, all this dry down through here. We got to get that water to flow down that way. If I have to, I'll come out here, I'll put a pump in here and pump some water across the road or something of that nature if I have to. But it is what it is. Actually, I can see water boiling out of this hillside over here right now. So there's a pretty good spring coming out of that hillside. Actually, a really, really good spring coming out of that hillside. That's where that water's coming from. It's just bubbling out of the ground right there. It's a lot of water. So I'll probably dig a hole right here, put a submergible pump in here, get a cord ran down here, or a generator,